Yesu ushuke katika nguvu za Roho Mtakatifu. Bwana washike na wakuze mioyo zao, Mungu wangu. God of Abraham, shikilia Yesu Kristo, tukilia wakati huu wa familia hii ya Kelvin. Bwana shuka, na kwa imani ambayo tunaimba Mungu, kuomba Mungu usikie, katika jina la Mungu Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Wimbo huo ni salama rohoni tunapoendelea kutamatisha ratiba ya wakati huu, na ninapopisha wenzangu, asante sana. Rais pamoja na deputy, tumefikisha hapo ibada ya siku hii ya leo, na kwa nafasi hii nataka tukushukuru wote ambao tumeshirikiana pamoja kuhakikisha ya kwamba ibada imefika. Asante, ifike mahali ambapo tumefika, na kwa nafasi hii mtaniruhusu sasa nipishe Mike Kitonga ambaye ataendelea kuanzia hapo. Asante na Mungu aweze kuwabariki. Thank you, karibu.
Mambo yote umenijulisha Yesu wangu.
Asante. Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya Daktari William Samoei Ruto, Naibu wa Rais Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, Waziri Mkuu Musalia Mudavadi, Gavana wa Elgeyo Marakwet Wesley Rotich, magavana wenza, mawaziri na makatibu wote waliofika hapa, viongozi wa riadha katika kitengo cha ulimwengu, Afrika na Kenya, wanariadha wa nchi mbalimbali waliofika mahali hapa, viongozi wa tabaka mbalimbali, waombolezi wote waliofika hapa na wale wanaotuunga kwa mtandao na runinga. Kwa heshima naomba sasa nimwalike Professor Paul Kimurto ambaye atasoma hadithi ya mwenda zake. At this point, I would like to invite Paul Kimurto, who is going to read the eulogy of our departed hero, Kelvin Kiptum. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I wish to read the eulogy of Kelvin Kiptum, our son, on behalf of the family. The early life. The late Kelvin Kiptum was born in 1999 at Chipsamo, Kapkenda sublocation, Mosob location, Keyo South constituency, Elgeyo Marakwet County. He was the firstborn child of Mr. Samson Cheriot Chepkieng and Mrs. Mary Chepkieng Chebagap Chepkongen in Chepsamo. He was the immediate uncle of Joseph Chepkieng, Philip Kiblaga Chepkieng, and the late Mariko Chepkieng Chepkongen. The late Kelvin was an uncle to Ruth Chepkieng, Rospela, and Jane. He was the nephew to Elizabeth, Juliana, Paulina, Tamurei, and the late Tapkili, Tabutich, and the late Anne. He was the step-brother to Rhoda Chemutai, cousin brother to Kimutai, Patrick, Timothy, Bernard, Sammy, Sabina, Tapitha, Catherine, Susan, Viola, Winnie, Oscar, Emmanuel, Nancy, Charity, Marilyn, Irene, Elizabeth, Beatrice, Emma, Faith, and the late Phyllis. He was a brother-in-law to Mercy, Cynthia, Monica, Margaret, Naomi, Viola, Andrew, Sammy, Okla, Hilary, and Kennedy. maternal son to Margaret and Purity. He was the uncle to Maurice Kangogo, Mariko Kangogo, Lawrence Kangogo, and Kenneth Kangogo. Kevin was son-in-law to Joseph Rotich and Priska Rotich. Kevin's education life. The late Kevin joined Kapserere Academy within Jepsamo area, Jepkorio area, and later transferred to Kipchawat Primary School, but he later came back home and joined Jepsamo Primary School, where he did his KCBE in 2012. He joined Jepkorio Vocational Training College, which is not very far from here, in the year 2013. He graduated with a certificate in electrical engineering, but later on, we know that Kiptum, bright star, shown to briefly. The Kenyan world champion holder, tragic death at the age of 24, leaves us with an unanswered question over his vast potential in athletics. The family mourns his departed soul. His sports career. The late Kelvin Kiptum, the world champion record holder, began his sporting career very early at Jepsamo Primary School in Stanton 4 at the age of 10. But the training was not routine practice. The training was a routine practice, since Kiptum used to go for training sessions barefoot during and after he had finished herding the family livestock in Kaptagat Forest, next to the family home in Jepsamo. The late Kiptum was an active member of athletics during his primary school games, and he won several competitions, both at zonal level, sub-county level, and sometimes at the county level, when he was in the primary school. After completing the primary school, his father convinced him to begin electrical studies at Jepkorio Vocational Training College, which is actually within this vicinity, but he preferred to devote his attention to athletics, intent of becoming the latest world marathoner from the Great Rift Valley. While at the Vocational Training College, Kelvin used to exercise very early in the morning, from 5 to 7 a.m. before attending his lessons. During his morning exercise, he met athletes from Jepkorio training camp who motivated him to join them. Kelvin focused on road training, since he could not afford to stay in Eldoret or transport to and from Eldoret, where there are training facilities like Kipchoge Stadium or Chep Koilel University track fields, that is University of Eldoret. After his studies, he personally started another training camp at Jepkorio, a training athletic camp, where he was later joined by his friends, including Timothy, Tanui, and many other upcoming athletes who are in our midst today. It is during this period that his dreams came true as an hero in the field of athletics, because he got time to focus on the training. Kiptum also met his late coach, Mr. Kelvanis Akisemana from Rwanda, who perished with him during the tragic accident during that time when he was at Jepkorio. They became so close, and Kiptum followed his instructions during his training sessions with a lot of diligence, devotion, and commitment and discipline. These joint efforts between him and his coach bear fruits, and his star began to shine when he first participated in Eldoret Family Bank Marathon in 2018, and he emerged the winner. He also participated in the Eldoret Cast Marathon, where he also won with ease. Later in 2020, Kiptum competed in Kakamega Forest Half Marathon, where he also won with a lot of ease. After winning many local races, the late Kiptum got an opening to travel abroad for international competitions. His first international marathon competition was in Valencia, Spain in 2022, where he participated and won with 2 hours, 0.1 minute and 53 seconds, putting him the fastest marathoner in the world. The following year, in 2023, he participated in the London Marathon, where he won again with 2 hours, 1 minute and 27 seconds, placing him the second fastest marathoner in the world after Eliud Kipchoge. In the same year, in October 2023, Kiptum also participated in Chicago International Marathon in the US and broke the world record at 2 hours and 35 seconds. He has always reduced the speed, and you could see already a minute had been dropped. Kiptum was unique. In a little over 10 months, from January to October, he recorded the fastest debut marathon in history. He went quicker to win the London Marathon, and then knocked an enormous 34 seconds off Kipchoge's world record in Chicago. Kiptum had 3 marathons, 3 victories, and 3 of the 7 fastest times in the history of marathon. Kiptum would not post or talk about his success to the media or to the public. He would do this in a soft-spoken way and shy with a lot of humility and humbleness at all times, including on the camera when he was interviewed by the media. As he was preparing for his next 2 races to come later this year, Kiptum was not resting. He was training very hard, studying every morning from Flossbar to Kaptagat Forest, covering a distance of 42 kilometers every day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in less than 2 hours, with his coach and many of the athletes who are here. They were winding the hills and steep terrains of Elgeyo Marakwet escarpment to cover one of the longest and a very high hilled Cherop. He was also an uncle to Linda. Bill Abel, Sheila, Mariko, Meshach, Joy, Kevin, Tracy, Faith, Sandra, too soon, Kelvin. His Christian life. The late Kelvin was a member of St. Mary's Simotuet local church in Chepkorio, as the Reverend has talked about here. He was baptized by Venerable Osea Partilol on 26 February 2023. He mentored young youth, and lately he was coordinating the development pillar of the church, and also he was a member of the Kenya Anglican Male Association. He was also involved in several departmental matters in the local church and at parish level. He also sponsored several children who are in secondary school and around the secondary schools around the community, who were also had a lot of passion in athletics. Health. The late Kiptum was in good health until Sunday, February 2024, where he was involved in a tragic road accident along Eldoret Kaptagat Chepkoria Road while driving home from Eldoret town with his coach, Kevanas Asikimana from Rwanda, who perished with him during the tragic accident. For close to 8 years, Kiptum worked hard in good health. And we know he was an athlete who had devoted his life to athletics. Hence, he had a whole life ahead of him to achieve incredible greatness with incredible legacy. Thank you. I may now wish to invite the wife and the children for a short tribute of Kelvin Kiptum.
If we can also have the children, tunaweza leta pia watoto wasimame pale as she reads the eulogy.
My dear love, I can't learn how to say goodbye to you with weak fingers and pain in my heart. It's unbelievable that today I've learned to stay with our beloved kids without you coming home again. I mourn my love. I've cried until no more. I'll miss you. I'll miss you and your love of my life forever until we meet again. But I promise to gather my strength for the sake of our children. I hope in the spirit world you'll inspire me to stand as a pillar to our children. I promise to make them smile in your honor. I'll make you happy all the time. We have been planning for a big day to tie our knots in colorful wedding ceremony in April 2024. But God's plans are greater. I'll still make my vows of love even in your rest. When your star was growing to be the brightest, God used you. You've been the best husband and father to our children. I'll clearly miss your company. We'll smile again. Till we meet again, my love. Dance with angels. Bye. Rest in peace.
I will read on behalf of the children, Caleb and Precious. Dear Dad, we still cannot believe you have left us. We will always remember and love you. You've left a big void in our lives, and life will never be the same again. You will always be in our thoughts, prayers, and in our hearts. We love you, Daddy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Invite a few international guests that we have to also just make their trip.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, the Prime CS, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the CSS present, PSS present, and all the protocols. Let me leave it at that for now because of time. Your Excellency, the history of Kelvin Kiptum has been read, but allow me to add what came after that, after the breaking of the record in Chicago last year on the 8th of October. After this, Kelvin Kiptum came home here and we welcomed him back, and he indicated to us that he was training with a plan of being the first human being to lower the time of 2 hours and 35 minutes to below 2 hours. When we analyze the progression in both the marathon and the half marathon he ran and the full marathon that he broke the record in, all indications were that he was definitely going to achieve his dream of bringing the marathon below 2 hours. On the 11th of December, 2023, Kelvin Kiptum was voted as the world best male athlete of the year on long distance running. He was then awarded the winning trophy in Monaco by the president of World Athletics, who is with us here today, Lord Sebastian Coe. Last month, Your Excellency, we in Athletics Kenya selected a team of male and female marathoners to represent Kenya during the Paris Olympic Games in France later this year, and his name was on top of that list. We are going to miss him in Paris. In our hope that we will be able to send a team to Paris, we wish to ask them, those who will be there in Paris, to train hard, run tactically as a team, and bring the win back to Kenya in honor of our departed Kelvin Kiptum. On the 6th of February this year, World Athletics, again under the leadership of the President of World Athletics, Lord Sebastian Coe, his time was officially ratified of 2 hours and 35 seconds as the new world record. It is unfortunate that 5 days later, we lost him. As we eulogize Kelvin Kiptum and his coach, Carves Agisimana, let us also remember our legend, the late Henry Rono, who passed away on Thursday, 15th of February 2024, while undergoing treatment at a hospital in Nairobi. He had just celebrated his 72nd birthday 3 days before meeting his death. We all remember Henry Rono for breaking 4 world records in 1978. And as Kelvin Kiptum is being laid to rest today, Henry Rono is also being prepared for his last journey on Wednesday next week. Let us all celebrate to greatness by these performances that were as a result of hard work, devoid of shortcuts. They ran well, they ran clean, and they didn't have any problems that we are seeing today. According to one of us, Kelvin's dream was to make the world know that there was a place for training called Chepkorio. Chepkorio is where we are standing here today. That was his dream. He took care of all the 9 training mates and pace setters in terms of food, transport, accommodation, and training gear. All these were besides his family and school children fees within the village. He was a real superstar whose career was on a spectacular upward trajectory. To keep the memory of Kelvin Kiptum alive and support his family, and Golazo is launching the Kelvin Kiptum Foundation. And I'm sure the CEO of Golazo will come and talk about that a little bit later. And the fund will predominantly provide continued financial support for education. As we continue, we in Athletics Kenya, we are going to support this program fully and other partners like Nike to see that all pending payments due to Kelvin Kiptum are paid to this foundation. I would also want to request the governor of Elgeyo Marakwet County, who is here with us today, to consider employing the wife of Kelvin Kiptum with a county, within the county or near the family, as she takes care of their young children, whom we have seen here. We also recommend a sporting facility be considered here in Chekorio as per the Kelvin's wish to support the new talents in line with the Talanta Hela program. And we are ready to support that as well. As part of athletics development, Your Excellency, we have continued to educate the athletes who are here with us on financial management, prudent investments, signing of contracts, retirement, because they retired at a very early, the things that they expect to be involved when they retire at that early age. And above all, the doping problem. We have done that and we continue doing this. Most sincerely, for supporting us in the fight of these doping matters by releasing $5 million every year for 5 years to fight and to continue with this program. It's about to finish 1 year since we started that problem, or that program. Allow me also, Your Excellency, to thank the President of World Athletics, Lord Sebastian Coe, for supporting this program unit. And when he came here last year, you remember, Your Excellency, he promised, and that has gone on well, and we are on course. We have also rolled out, Your Excellency, as part of the program to support the athletes, a pension scheme under the endowment fund to support mainly our retired athletes. The support from our Ministry of Sports and Corporates is highly appreciated because these are the people who have supported that program. The other program, Your Excellency, that we are undertaking at the moment, which I've started, is to join the affordable housing program. This program, Your Excellency, you started it yourself, and the athletes continue to join. We already have just over 100 that have already signed in the affordable housing program, and it is going on very well. We want to thank you for this, and Of course, following what you have done for this family, we have seen a beautiful house that has just come out the other day and is ready for occupation by the family of Kelvin Kiptum. Your Excellency, thank you so much for doing this. The other program, Your Excellency, that we are engaged in is the environmental awareness and sustainability. Athletics Kenya was the first national federation to join this and to join World Athletics in signing the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, otherwise called the Sports for Climate Action, in August 2021. So far, we have been joined by other partners from our partners from United Nations Environment Program and Stockholm Environment Institute stationed in Kigiri, Nairobi. In the development of this program, we have installed 17 air quality sensors within Africa. 7 of these are in Kenya. And the last one, Your Excellency, that we installed last month was at St. Patrick's Iten School here in Iten. St. Patrick's School is one of the schools that has contributed a lot in the development of sports in Kenya and in the world. And therefore, we wanted to do this so that the students can breathe clean air and learn environmental issues. Next, that we will be going to do is in terms of school program, is Maseno. Because we understand Maseno is one of the oldest schools in this country. And we want to extend that to that particular place. We have also attended and been invited during the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt to go and present our report there, and we did it. Last year, we also attended the COP28 Conference of Parties in Dubai, and we have also attended that. This is a new program, and we want to thank World Athletics for allowing us to do that because we signed it on their behalf. Last week, we discussed with World Health Organization on how best we can continue with that program and support this initiative that we have continued with. Your Excellency, Elgeyo Marakwet County is the home of champions. And they have proven that name so. They have actually proven that they are the home of champions. Because when you look at the number of athletes that have come from Elgeyo Marakwet, they are, I think, more than any other county that have gone to produce world beaters. And therefore, in 2019, World Athletics started a heritage recognition of centers that have immensely contributed to the development of athletics in the world. Through our efforts in Athletics Kenya, we presented a report to World Athletics on the achievements and the contributions of Elgeyo Marakwet County, and Iten was one of those centers awarded a heritage plaque for this reason. Congratulations, Elgeyo Marakwet County. Your Excellency, sir, I know we have made some requests in the past to support our athletes. We are most grateful, sir, for always remembering us in whatever we request. We will not get tired, Your Excellency, making further requests as the country of the world, as the country continues to develop, just like any other part of the world. For today, without going into individual details, I've had the bishop talk about a request to allow them have security, to allow them have a car, and to allow them have all that they need to be safe in whatever they are doing. And I would want to join the bishop by requesting you, Your Excellency, that we consider that these athletes actually go to that extent. Allow me on behalf of the athletes also to humbly request you that honorable members of parliament, that we put up legislations that fully takes care of their heroes, of these heroes, now and in the future. If it is legislated well, I believe that a lot of things will be taken care of, and we are ready, Your Excellency, to participate in the drafting of that legislation so that we can take care of these athletes in a better manner, instead of going into other details to say we would like this, we would like that, and so forth and so on. And that will include, for example, that the athletes who have gone to school and they have gone to the university and they have graduated and they are not employed, be considered for employment in government, so that they have something to do. As I said, Your Excellency, athletes retire at a very early age. The athletes who go beyond 40 in athletics are very, very few. Currently, I think we have got only 2. The rest have retired at 30, 32, 35, 38. And so between 40 and if God gives them time until they are over 100, they have got a lot of time in between here. And so if they get something to do, they'll be able to take care of their families. And I think I would like to end there for now, Your Excellency. I want to thank you once again for always taking care of us, for always being involved in our programs, and for always watching on what we are doing. As I conclude, Your Excellency, we have got some visitors here today, and I would like to maybe introduce those who are here. I should have done that early, but I still have to do it so that because they have come all the way. The first I would like to introduce, of course, and he will be coming later on to give a few remarks, is Lord Sebastian Coe, who came all the way from Monaco, and he is here with us. Thank you very much. He came with Fami Fox, who also works in World Athletics. Then we have a team from Nike, United States. We have the Vice President of Nike, Brett Holst, who is here with us. We also have Robert Lotwis, who is here with us. And we have Simon Bayrou from Nike, but he represents the European continent, and he is also here with us. Karibu sana. We also have there's a team from Tanzania. I hope you are seated somewhere. You are there. Thank you very much. We have got Advocate Jackson Daweka, who is the Secretary General from Tanzania. We have got Gabriel Gerald Gay, who is also a marathoner, and he ran with Kelvin Kiptum from Tanzania. We have got Basil Julius Sule from Tanzania. We have got Quil Melio, Amede Shayo, and Bernard Gay, all from Tanzania. Welcome, karibuni sana. Tunashukuru. From Ethiopia, we have got the Vice President of the Federation, called Kaseneon Abera Wandonjo. I hope you are here. And then we have got quite a number of others who are with us here. And allow me, Your Excellency, to call only three, to take only 2 minutes to make their remarks, and they leave here. And the first one is Bob Verbeek from Colazo, please. If you can come and make your remarks. 2 minutes, please.
A legend. That's what you are, dear Kiptum. A true running legend. Dear Kiptum, you were a kind, humble, and charismatic young man who left a great impression on anyone you met. You were ambitious, disciplined, and focused, with a huge dream of shattering world records. Your promise as an athlete was immense, and your athletic journey was so inspiring and full of hope. The Chicago Marathon, world's record-breaking performance, was just the beginning. And even breaking the 2-hour barrier was an intermediate step in your mindset. But your ambition was not limited to personal success. As your star started to shine brightly, you also wanted to light the lamp for others. Your passion and dedication to providing education for young and needy children without anybody knowing was just one example. A true testament that you are also an exceptional human being. Dear Kiptum, I will remember you as a loyal friend who became part of our family in 2017. What a journey in just 7 years. Your smile, those light-hearted moments, and our time spent together with the family in Chepkorio will continue to hold a special place in my heart. As we bid your farewell, know that we will deeply miss you, and we will never forget you. Our families are one. May you rest in eternal peace.
Thank you, Bob. May I now call upon Brett Holst, the Vice President of Nike, to come and give his brief remarks before we continue.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Nike, I would like to thank you for the opportunity for us to be here today and to offer our condolences to all those in mourning for the tragic loss of Kelvin Kiptum. At only 24 years of age, Kelvin Kiptum was a generational athlete. In our short time together, Kelvin became an immediate and impactful member of the Nike family, bettering the sport and our Nike brand forever. He taught us that equal parts humility and hard work were the cornerstones of greatness, attributes that he will always be recognized for and remembered by. I'll never forget the chills he gave me as he crossed the finish line, setting the world record at the Chicago Marathon. And I quote, "I have still yet to feel pain in any marathon." To say Kelvin Kiptum was a special athlete would be an understatement. Today is a moment of both remembrance and celebrate, and yet we believe Kelvin would have his eyes set on the future, leading us from the front, which was his signature race tactic. And so there too, our focus will remain. Nike will continue to support what we know mattered most to Kelvin, to his family, to the sport of running, to the community that is here today, and to the future generations of athletes who Kelvin's legacy will inspire every day. Once again, our condolences to the family, to the loved ones, the teammates, the friends, and every one of us here today who knew that when we were with Kelvin Kiptum, we were in the presence of greatness. On behalf of Nike, we wish you strength and peace.
And finally, our good friend, our colleague from Monaco, the World Athletics President, Lord Sebastian Coe, to come and give his remarks, and that will end our program from Athletics Kenya. Thank you.